Happy year 3.
Happy girl.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to you.
No. Thanks for having us.
Oh yes, come on in.
Come on in.
Welcome in, Carlene.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
nice
for having
to meet
us.
you.
Nice
I'm
to meet you.
CJ.
CJ.
Your
be
intensity.
fun.
I saw your
Silas.
intensity. I
Carlene.
saw your intensity today.
Calm
Yes,
chaos.
you were very calm and intense.
CJ Silas.
Come on in.
Come on now. Hurry up.
CJ, you got it going on. It was really
Click
fun.
subscribe. Here we are. I don't know how to.
And my grandma babysat us all the time. A bigger name on the other line. Her name is Chanel Stiers, the associate head coach of the Cal Poly Mustang basketball program. Samba Johnson, Carlene Mitchell. Congratulations and welcome to the Cal Poly Mustang family. The cheery gnomes.
Hi, CJ.
Hi, welcome in. But I'm guessing that it's a full-time job, Mia.
Yeah, completely.
Lots of years in basketball, WNBA, ABL, college, and she's a friend of the program, and she brought her whole staff with her again this year. Thank you, Coach Stiers.
Oh yeah.
This is so cool. Everyone's here. Yes. And if everyone's comfortable, like last year, we'll have everybody come up to the mic, but I wanted to talk to you first. Here we are, your third year. Your first year was kind of a year everyone was still kind of dealing with COVID, right? We know that it's not gone, but we're not thinking about it in our everyday routine as coaches and managers and staff. In your third year, your first real year without it at all involved, how are you feeling about the last 2 years?
Well, I think, first off, CJ, we love your show.
Yay.
We love your passion. We love everything about being involved with you, and you're such a great representative of this community, and we're really excited about being here. So thanks for having us. It means a lot. I think when you're building a program, I think that there's steps, right? And I think we're still in the midst of building. I think, I really, really love the players that we have. We've got an interesting mix of really seasoned players, and then we've got eight new players.
I couldn't believe that when I looked
Yeah.
at the roster yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew there were new freshmen, right? There's always a few.
Yeah.
I was like, freshman, another freshman, and a transfer. Graduate also.
That's
so
right.
new people. Coach, I
So-
remember talking to you about this last year, about intensity and the character that you like, the high values and the virtue that you want on your team. And I also notice in the huddle sometimes, because I like to sit near the bench, is you use that word intensity a lot when you're talking to players that are coming off the court, whether they're having enough
Yeah.
or they're not. So when you have those quick conversations, because they're quips and you got to get
Yeah.
back to coaching, what is that interaction? Why is that such an important word in your repertoire?
Well, I think at the end of the day, when you compete, I think you're either attacking or you're being attacked. Anytime that you keep score on anything, aggression matters. And I think one of the things that we really struggle with sometimes is we take our foot off the gas pedal. And I'm trying to get our players to understand that the only way to play, whether it's in basketball or in life, is full speed ahead. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, is there going to be times when we need to pump the brakes and we learn how to do that? Yeah, when we need to be cerebral and we need to have an approach that is maybe a little more even keeled. But I think that's kind of the young ladies that we have in our program. They're very bright, they're very intelligent. Getting them to be maybe a little bit less cerebral and a little bit more aggressive and intense is really, to me, the area of growth that they need. And so that's where we challenge them to get uncomfortable with that, because most of our players naturally have a propensity to want to overthink things. And so that's something that, we're still struggling with. But I do know this. They're extremely coachable. They're extremely together. We've done a ton of team building, and their best basketball is out in front of them. And as coaches, that's really the beauty of a basketball season, is how can you maximize with the amount of time that you have with these ladies, and how can you get them really to be their best selves. And so talking about intensity and bringing intensity to them is something that for a lot of them is real foreign.
Mustangs last year, 17-14 overall, 13-7 in the Big West, and another WNIT postseason tournament. Second, you mentioned in Big West attendance. I know you're not satisfied. I know that you can't be, probably, until you win the Big West to get yourself to the NCAA tournament and win a few games. no matter what. I just know that's your intense style of coaching. You did bring in a new coach, and I want to talk about her because this isn't some new coach that you just found. You played basketball with her.
That's right.
And you looked for her, and you found someone just like you did Coach Nelms, just like you did Coach Johnson when you promised him that when you got your first job, you were going to bring him in. And you found Carlene Mitchell, and you made it a good offer, space, place, staff, to get her to leave a head coaching position and come to Cal Poly. How did that go down? Because she is fiery and intense herself.
So, one of the cool things about this journey of basketball that we're all on, and whether you're somebody who's maybe been on the outside of college athletics or understands the inside of college athletics, it's a little bit like being in the military. The people that you went to college with, they're your sisters. And, she is somebody that I have the utmost respect with. I played with her for one season. I was a senior. She was a junior college transfer. She had led Trinity Valley to the national championship. She was a stud point guard. So she comes in, and her junior year, my senior year, she just, had this way about her that she created incredible chemistry within our team. She was somebody that I admired, that I spent time with, and that, I just call a very close friend. So when the opportunity presented itself to ask her to come on board, I wanted her to be with us because I know she has such a wealth of knowledge. She's such a tremendous basketball coach.
What did it feel like when Coach Stiers said to you, I want you to be my associate head coach?
Oh, man. Words can't describe. It's not really the title, but just coming from such a impactful coach, big-time coach, as I consider Chanel Stiers one of the best coaches in the country. It's an honor, truly an honor, and a huge compliment. And I'm just here to serve her and serve the program, serve the other assistants, and just do my best to help her take this program to the next level.
So, as a man, being in an athletic department where you're in charge of the growth, safety, improvement, and responsibility of young women, how does it make you feel? Because it's really cool to watch.
Well, I consider myself a dad and a father figure to these young ladies, and I've been a huge fan of women's basketball probably since 1987. I've always loved women's basketball, and I just think at this level of Division I think that every woman's staff should have at least one male. It shouldn't be that many, but just one, because I think women need other women role models for sure, but I also think they need one male on the staff to provide a father or male type of perspective. It's just an honor to be in that position. I don't take it lightly.
Appreciate that. And when you were deciding what you wanted to do as a young man, did you play basketball? I think you did, right? And then when you shifted in to coaching, how did that go down?
Well, I played at, I consider, the best university in the country, Chaminade University of Honolulu.
Yes!
It's my alma mater. I love the school, and had an unbelievable experience there. But once I got done, I wanted to coach, and decided to get into college basketball coaching, which was always a dream. And just through the journey of coaching, you meet so many great people. Coach Stiers and I aligned, and our chemistry has always been there, whether she's screaming on me and telling me to sit down or shut up, or us having intimate conversations about life and our families and just our brother and sisterhood, that we just got a bond that just can never be broken. So that's special.
Why Cal Poly at this time in your life? And get close to the microphone.
I'm saving best for last, so hopefully this is the last stop in the Big West. But only one reason, Chanel. Honestly, I mean, it's a great university. It's an easy sell on the recruiting side of things. But there are very few people I would work for at this time in my career, and one of them is Chanel. So when she called, it took me a minute to to decide, because I was ready to take a little time out from this profession, but I'm super excited and thankful and super grateful to be here.
And you've been to San Luis Obispo when you were with Santa Barbara, when you were with North Shore, so you
A
knew
million road trips,
you knew
yeah.
where you
Down
were
the
going to be
101,
moving.
yeah.
It's not a bad place to live. You've been an assistant before Coach Mitchell,
Yep.
but recently head coach. How does someone transition into? You can still lead, but how do you transition into that supportive role when you're used to being a head coach?
I think it's easy. Number one, because Chanel's a friend, so you want her to be successful. So I'm willing to change my role and do whatever I think will help her be better in what she does. But again, I have nothing else to prove. I was in a Final Four with Coach Stringer as an assistant coach. Recruited many of great players there, and you're just moving over. The responsibility is different, but my job is to make Chanel's life a little bit easier and also help the young ladies off the court.
I will always remember the time that we met because it was virtually. You weren't even here yet. You had just gotten the job,
Right.
maybe like less than a week, and you were still in Florida, I think.
Yes.
And it was the 50th anniversary of Title IX.
Yep.
And you and Coach Condon, who you know now as a softball coach at Cal Poly, she was in studio and you were on Zoom and we did a show together. So I always feel like we have this special sisterhood bond because I was your
Absolutely.
first friend.
I feel it too. You were my first friend, legitimate. I tell everybody that. You were my first friend ever here in San Luis Obispo.
And then I took you hiking up a really big
Yes.
hill.
My first ever hike too. Like we have this, and you didn't warn me. You didn't tell me what a hike entailed. I just had to learn by doing.
Then, how do you balance the leadership but also the sisterhood?
Yeah. I love that. I love being that, bridge between the coaching staff and our players. It's easy to balance just because we have such a great group of young ladies that, they respect me and they know that I respect them and I care for them. But there's also a fine line. Like I'm also, somebody that's here to lead you and to guide you and to help you, be successful on and off the floor. But I'm also like, a big sister, somebody that you can talk to about anything. And to support you in other ways other than, basketball. And so I think, over the years and because we have such a good returning group that I have built such a strong relationship with them and seeing like the newcomers, they see the relationship that I have with them and how, smooth and just organic it is and that, I'm intentional about, building those relationships with all of them so that they know that they have somebody that they can lean on and count on, in this family because we are a family. You're going to need that person. At some point, you're gonna need somebody like that you can lean on and talk to about things. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I'm really grateful to be in this position for sure.
So whatever fitness thing that is different is working, and Coach Stiers is crediting you with that. So what was it in the off season?
Well, I'm gonna give the credit back to Coach Stiers because she really wanted to emphasize that during our summer and our summer and fall training, and then I want to also credit our strength coach, Coach Henry Adelman. All three of us, we really have been working together to put plans together to increase their fitness and just their activation from that posterior chain. And I think we made some different changes in just, cross training, and you mentioned the sand dunes and, things like that we did in the summer. That has kind of, we've seen it help. And then
Just say, CJ, I want to thank you for mentoring young ladies. You have an open door for interns and you are empowering young women. And that is needed in this country. It's been needed for years, not only years, decades. So when you see people like Coach Stiers, you, Coach Mitchell, pouring into young ladies, as a man, I just love seeing it. So keep up the great work. Keep pouring into these young ladies. I know they benefit from it, and I know they appreciate you. And thank you for always having us here on.